What's up, y'all? It's Erica. So, today I am talking a little bit about this amazing energetic shifting technique that I've learned from my coach, Sarah, and that I've been implementing in my client sessions now. So, this has actually been really, really fast shifting, and it really just deals with knowing the aspects of yourself. So there's about 8 aspects of our own self, right? So we're going to think about this. We have the ego, and 90% of the population, I would say, literally they only are aware and using their ego, which is pretty crazy. And that's the way that the matrix programming wants it to be, right? The ego is essentially the programmed monkey mind, reptilian brain, right? Okay, so you have your ego. You also have your inner child. Inner child, a lot of the times can affect what the ego is actually programmed to think and to say and to attract. Then we have the conscious, the soul consciousness, which is your higher self. You have the super conscious. You have the supra conscious. You have the unconscious. Okay, and these are all aspects of ourself that are really just running the body, the brain, and the force field on an autopilot. Okay, you can also break down and say that you have a super ego, and there's other, of course, adopted personalities as well that some people tend to have. However, when you really just focus like on these main aspects of yourself, it becomes easier to pinpoint what belief system that you have, what programming comes from where, and then easily just remove it, shift it out. So that's what I've been doing a lot of. And for some of you who aren't really aware of all these aspects, you may really benefit from my new masterclass coming out called the subconscious subliminal shift, which we're going to get into and talk about how these different aspects that most people don't even know about are really what's running your life, because the conscious brain is very much programmable, but it is also already programmed. So basically, when you guys start working with me, my mission at first hand is to deprogram the faulty program, and then little by little we add in new programming, which is basically where the magic happens. So if you want to think about it this way, and I speak about this quite often if you've followed any of my videos, your ego mind is really only makes up for about 5% of your thoughts throughout the day, and really it kind of just runs the same loop. So if you're catching yourself believing or hearing, like, you know, when you're hearing stuff in your head, you're essentially you're hearing your own thoughts, right? This is like a perfect example of who's talking to who. You know what I mean? So this is how we kind of can figure this out. The inner child may be talking to the ego, or you know, your trauma coming up can also be an aspect of this ego that basically repeats, repeats, repeats. This is why it's so important, if you have been through trauma, to make sure that you are actually healing this, or else it's just going to keep looping for you as a pattern. Once you have these patterns imprinted, you're fucked. Like, especially like going back when we're doing this rewiring, and you don't even know about this, right? From like ages 1 to 7, your brain is the most malleable. So if you have anything happen to you between then, it's like done dizzle, right? You are just gonna loop and loop and loop for the rest of your life until you run into me or another light worker who sparks you about talking about this. So this is why I kind of like talk about this a lot, because fucking A, I swear, like, if I would have heard about this shit 15 years ago, hi, that would have been nice, right? That's why I'm here to help people now. And I'm here to help people do this shit fast, because the more and more elevated all my coaches get, the more and more elevated I get, the faster I can shift my people. So we're talking about all these different aspects here. And what we aim to do when you work with me, we aim to get all of the aspects of you in one full balance. This is how you manifest your new reality. Because what we can do is we can pull from that subconscious, and we can say, okay, subconscious, are you running a program that says you're not worthy of love? Underlying, okay, those are the wheels that are driving the car. Your subconscious is driving, you're not worthy of love. So no matter how much you're using your ego to say, I am worthy of love, I am worthy of love, if you're driving a vehicle that's saying the opposite, that cancels it out every time. So this is why a lot of people come to me if they feel like they're using affirmations, but it's not quite working. It's because there's so many aspects of you, and you're all scrambled up and wired how they basically wanted you programmed, so that you don't realize your power, and you don't realize that you're love, and that you don't realize that you can actually create. This is how they want you. And I'm here to fuck their mission up, okay? I'm here to dismantle their bullshit and then rewire properly how you actually would prefer. And I use I use so many different healing modalities. Basically, whatever it takes to get the job done for you, I'm going to do it. And I'm doing myself along the way. And I'm working with like some of the greatest people along the way to do this as well. And I do kind of have a funny story, but I will share that at a different time in a different video. But I just wanted to hop on here. I have been real busy with a lot of this reprogramming, but you know, some of the modalities I use are hypnosis, energetic surgeries, light language, commanding to the subconscious, telepathically tapping in and feeling where you may have the blockages, and so much more, really, so much more. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this new future after this powerful, powerful full moon. It truly is the new year, rebirth, and I'm bringing on plenty of women or men who are ready to elevate, who are ready to shift, who are ready to get out of stagnancy and into driving your vehicle into the success that you are here to have as your birthright, okay? It is your birthright to be abundant and to have what it is you want. The only thing we need to do is kind of start chipping away and removing every program that you might have that is telling you that you can't. So that's where I come in. I am loving this line of work. I'm loving what I do. It feels great every time someone tells me about a shift they've had. I'm shifting. We're all elevating. We're all in this together. We're all ascending. So I just wanted to say I'm sending love to you all. And you message me if you ever want deeper help or anything. We can always get you handled. So, yeah. Bye, everyone.